Hi, and welcome to Talks with Shay. So today, I would like to begin with reading from Song of Solomon, chapter 4 and verse 7. And it says, Thou art all fair, my love. There is no spot in thee. So for the month of September, I want to talk about acceptance. Part 1 today, I want to talk about self-acceptance. We as people have to realize that we are who we are, and we have to accept ourselves for just that. We can't continue to go through life comparing ourselves to other people to dictate to us who we are, but we have to accept that God created us in His image. Growing up, I can remember I used to love watching Tyra Banks on America's Next Top Model because that was one of my dream jobs, to be a model. And so I would watch that and I would practice and say how much I wanted to be like them. And then I grew up and realized that my path didn't take me down that track. And it was okay. And I've accepted that for that. But I had to realize that I'm okay with just who I am. I don't have to be a model, but I'm going to be everything that God called me to be. Growing up, I remember people being hurtful to me, calling me ugly, pregnant forehead, fat neck, just mud face, just different hurtful things. Did those hurtful words affect me? It did. Most of the times when people say hurtful things to us, if we really want to be honest, it weighs in on us. And it does affect us. Though many days I laughed it off, but on the inside, I was broken and shattered. And I grew up to believe those things because I was told it so many times. I had to learn to reprogram my mind, to get rid of all of the things that people said and that I believed were true. And I had to reprogram my mind to believe I am beautiful, I am special, I am loved, and believe those things about myself. When we grow up, we look at so many different people and we have role models and different people that we look up to that we wish that we can grow up to be like. The only person I want to be like is myself, and more like God. That's it. I've come to the realization that I'm not going to be a good somebody else anyway. I can only be good for myself. We can't, it's almost like we have to be delivered in a sense of the things and the junk that people put in our minds about ourselves that were not good. We have to deposit those positive things into our mind to erase those negative things. Though we may never forget what they've said, but we don't have to believe it anymore. And growing up was hard. Listening to people tease me and call me those hurtful names, I would go home many days crying. And I believed those things, and it haunted me all of my life. But I had to realize that, you know what? Like they've always said, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And it's okay if that person thought those ugly things of me, that's on them. But I know who I am today. And I can sit here and tell you I love who I am today, on the outside and on the inside. Now, God is always working on the inside. I don't never want Him to stop working on my inside. But I'm okay if He chooses to do nothing with me on the outside. I'm okay with that. We compare ourselves too many times to women in magazines, or if you're a man and listening in, same thing. Men in a magazine. We compare ourselves to different people on television that they really don't look like that. Most of them have so many surgeries to look a certain type of way. When I wake up in the morning and see myself, I'm satisfied at what I see. And you have to get to that place where you feel the same way about yourself. Other people's opinion doesn't even matter. Your opinion is what matters about what you see about yourself And when you look in that mirror, what you see, your opinion matter. Accept yourself for who you are and know there will always be people to love you and have positive things to say to you. You have to learn to say those positive things about yourself. Accept yourself for who you are. Accept yourself for who God created you to be. Stop trying to be someone else that God never intended you to be. There's only one of you on this earth. There will never be another one. We're that uniquely made. And we're all different. We come from different backgrounds. We look different. We act different. We talk different. Everything else. We're all different. But we have to love ourselves and accept ourselves for who we really are. You know, I think about women. I've heard so many women, and I'm guilty of that, they'll say stuff like, oh, I like that hair. Man, I wish I had hair like that. Oh, man, I wish I had hair like that. And I know y'all thinking, man, she talking about hair. Yeah, I'm just trying to make a point here. We sometimes, if we're not careful, we're always complaining about ourselves. Hair is not pretty enough. You know, and I'm just using that as an example. We're never satisfied. Yo, we have to get to a place where we're satisfied for who we are. And ask God to change us from the inside out. You know, we focus too much on the outward appearance. But you know where that comes from? Society. Society dictates to us what looks good and what doesn't. And it's sad to say, because that's not always accurate. You know, people have to realize that we have feelings. And those words that people say, they hurt and they wound. And those wounds last sometimes a lifetime for people. I know even with myself, trying to kill myself because I thought I was so ugly. The one boyfriend that I felt loved me so much didn't want me. I'm like, nobody else gonna want me. I might as well just die. And wanted to take myself out because of that. Because I felt no one else would ever want me because I felt that ugly. But today, I'm here to tell you, that's on them. That was their loss, not mine. I have gained so much. All the hurt that people have said to me have made me to be this better person that I am today and stronger than ever. Someone's always going to have something negative to say about you. But what you say about yourself should trump what they say about you. And ultimately, what God thinks of you. That's what matters. So accept yourself. When you look in the mirror, you say, I accept myself for who I am. You tell yourself that until you believe that. It doesn't matter what other people think. What God thinks and what you think is what really matters. Stop allowing society to dictate to you what you are and how you are. What you see is what you see, and what God sees is what God sees. Love yourself through your flaws. We all have them, and it's okay. That's what makes us unique and different. So whatever you're going through and wherever you are today, I hope that something that I said can help you to push through and realize I have to accept myself for who I really am and love myself for that person. Now, if you need God to sharpen you up on the inside, let him do it. We all need work with that, okay? So don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But love yourself through your flaws, through other people's eyes. Because their opinion of you should not matter more than your own opinion of yourself. Because when people's opinion matters more, it's bound to hurt more. We have to realize we have to make ourselves happy. Other people, that's not their job. It's our job to make ourselves happy. Happiness is a choice. You can choose to be happy. You can choose to love yourself more. You can choose to understand your own self-worth. You make that determination. The people that have said hurtful things to you, I'm even step it a little further and say this. They probably was jealous because they wanted to be you. And I honestly can believe that because hurt people hurt people. And a lot of times, people that hurt us are people that's battling themselves within themselves. Some of the most confident people that we think are not that confident. So those people that may have be saying hurtful things to you, you reverse those things. If you have to tell them yourself, no, I'm not. And I don't accept that, and I don't receive that into my spirit. Because God loves you the way that you are, and He created you in His image. So whatever lies that people have told you over the years, I pray that you would pray against that and start believing the opposite of those things. Because those hurtful things come from the enemy himself. God is a God of peace. So watch your circle and the people that say those hurtful things to you. Those people should not be in your circle. Remove them immediately, even if it's family. Because guess what? They're not helping you, they're hurting you. Accept yourself for who you are and stop comparing yourself to the people in this world. Their lives and looks are fake. They don't look that way in real life. That's what they look on television and in magazines. There's so many changes that people can add to themselves nowadays. Love yourself through your flaws. But make sure that you realize that you are who God says you are, and you are created in His image. So I hope something I said today have helped you to realize I'm going to accept myself for who I really am and stop comparing myself to other people. If God wanted you to be like them or look like them, He would have created you to look that way, but He didn't. You're unique in your own little way. So before I go, I want to remind you, check me out on Facebook. Like my page, share my page. Get your friends to like my page. You can find me on YouTube and subscribe to the videos there with Talks with Shay. You can email me at talkswithshay@gmail.com. And if you haven't yet, what you waiting for? Check out my website, www.talkswithshay.org. And until next time with Talks with Shay, Shay is out, and y'all be blessed.